Hello to all my awesome friends out there. Welcome back. I apologize for the delay. Without further ado, let's get this story rolling, shall we? The night was thick with tension as Daryl and his assembled team moved toward the source of the nightmarish growls and desperate cries. The glow from the nearby villages flickered in the distance, a faint beacon in the otherwise impenetrable darkness. Kai led the way, his inventive mind racing to come up with a plan to confront the unknown terror. He had created a device that could emit a blinding light, hoping to disorient the creature momentarily. Alara, her bow at the ready, followed closely, her keen eyes scanning the surroundings for any signs of movement. Jackson and Nera flanked them, prepared for the worst, yet determined to protect the innocent villagers. As they approached the first village, they were met with a gruesome sight. Buildings lay in ruins, and the ground was scattered with shredded debris. The creature had left nothing but devastation in its wake. But what was even more chilling was the absolute silence that now pervaded the village. The screams had ceased, leaving an unsettling hush that hung heavily in the air. Kai's light device illuminated the gruesome scene, revealing the horror that had unfolded. It was as if the village had been subjected to a merciless storm, but the destruction was not caused by nature. There were no survivors in sight, and the eerie stillness made it clear that they were not alone. Alara gestured for silence, and the group moved forward with caution. They had to find the creature to confront the menace that had struck terror into the hearts of the villagers. The odds were against them, but they knew they had no choice but to stand their ground. As they proceeded deeper into the village, they suddenly heard a low, guttural growl. It was close, too close for comfort. The team's adrenaline surged as they raised their weapons and prepared to face the unknown foe. The growl grew louder and more menacing, echoing through the remnants of the village. Then, out of the shadows, it emerged, a monstrous, nightmarish creature unlike anything they had ever seen. It stood on 4 legs, its body covered in grotesque mottled skin, and its claws glistened with the blood of its victims. The creature's eyes glowed with an unsettling, malevolent intelligence. Daryl and his team were momentarily frozen by the sight of the monstrous creature that had wrought havoc upon the village. It was an entity straight out of a horror tale, a grotesque nightmare given life. But they couldn't afford to succumb to fear. Their mission was to protect the innocent and confront this unknown terror. Kai, quick on his feet, activated his blinding light device, causing the creature to recoil and shield its eyes. The unexpected flash of light bought the team a precious moment to regain their composure. Alara notched an arrow and let it fly, but the creature was too fast, dodging with unnatural agility. It retaliated with a deafening, ear-piercing roar that sent shivers down the spines of Daryl and his team. Jackson and Nera moved into action, unleashing a barrage of gunfire, but their bullets seemed to have little effect on the monstrous creature. The team's weapons, though powerful, merely scratched the surface of its mottled hide, and it seemed to regenerate as fast as it was damaged. The battle raged on, with Daryl and his team desperately trying to keep the creature at bay. The villagers had relied on them for protection, and they wouldn't let fear or despair overcome them. Kai's light device continued to disorient the creature intermittently, while Alara kept launching arrows with precision, targeting its eyes and vulnerable spots. As they fought, Daryl noticed something peculiar. The creature's malevolent intelligence seemed to be waning, as if the light and the relentless assault were taking their toll. With a combination of strategy and sheer determination, the team managed to drive the creature back, pushing it away from the destroyed village and into the dense forest beyond. The growls and roars of the creature grew fainter as it retreated into the shadows. The team watched cautiously, not knowing if they had truly defeated the monstrous entity or merely forced it to withdraw temporarily. Their adrenaline still coursed through their veins, and the unsettling stillness that had enveloped the village earlier returned. Alara, with her bow still drawn, turned to Darrell, her eyes filled with a mixture of relief and dread. "What in the world was that thing?" she asked, her voice barely more than a whisper. Darrell shook his head, his face etched with uncertainty. "I don't know, but we can't let our guard down. We have to find out more about it and make sure it doesn't return to terrorize these villages again." With their resolve renewed, Darrell and his team embarked on a new mission. They would investigate the origins of this nightmarish creature, seeking answers to confront a menace they had only just glimpsed. And the night was still thick with tension, but they were determined to face the unknown and protect those in need. Well, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please stay tuned this coming Saturday for Chapter 13 of Punishment Under the Dome.